There's some weirdness around this guy and the way that they're trying to frame him, right? The Mormon church shooter, identified as a 42-year-old military vet. And some other articles are saying now that he had a anti-Trump Pence sign on his fence attached to his garage. But what they're actually pointing to here is this image where there's a Trump Pence sign and then a stop sign. Now, you may not be from the Midwest, and you may not have a little redneck in you, but sometimes people just like to steal signs and throw them up on a fence. I don't know if I would read into this and go, man, he looks like a anti-Trump. But it helps to fit the narrative, right? They're going to spin this shooting at the church in whichever way they can right now to draw the community that they want to closer to eruption of violence or whatever they can do, right? That's what they'll do. So when we see a stop sign and we see it right under or a Trump Pence sign, to say that he's obviously anti-Trump is kind of jumping the gun to me. Another thing that they did was, here's a picture of the Mormon shooter. Here's a picture of the shooter. I don't know if he's Mormon, but here's a picture of the shooter who shot up that Mormon church and lit it on fire. And this is what they're showing. This guy looks crazy. But what they're not showing you is that immediately to the right of this image, right? You'd notice that this image is pretty well cut off. There's actually the hand of a child on him at the very bottom here, because he's playing around with a kid. He's joking. He's being like a silly uncle type of deal in this picture. But they try to bug eyes and make him look crazy because he's... No. They're taking a seemingly harmless picture of a veteran with a hat, of showing his Iraqi service time, and a hand of a child on him and trying to make him look crazy. So why? Why are they trying to spin the narrative that way? Right? What is the point? Why would you want to make this guy look absolutely not? Well, if he's a random veteran who just has PTSD and maybe needed a little bit more mental health help, why not let that be the narrative? Why does he have to be this crazy? I mean, obviously he's crazy. Anybody who goes into a church and shoots it and lights it on fire is obviously horrifically disturbed. But why disingenuously post this picture, I guess, is my point. Just seems like they're trying to frame this in a very specific way. And this is the only picture that you really see circulating about him. So we have them trying to spin it as an anti-Trump sentiment. And now we have them trying to take a picture out of context to make him look absolutely crazy when he's actually probably a relatable picture for a lot of people who are aunts, uncles, whoever he is to this child in this picture. Not sure why you'd want to do that. Not sure. Doesn't make sense.